For the past few weeks, we've been looking at the Great Resignation. If you've decided it's time to make a job switch, you might find out some things about the job hunt are still pretty much old school. In this morning's Coffee Chat, Local 12 News anchor Paula looks at the power of networking.
Welcome to Paula's Coffee Chat with career coach Julie Bauke. The last few weeks, we've maybe tempted you to start looking at, is it time to look for another job? So let's get to the nitty gritty and let's talk about starting that process. Networking, always key. When we mean networking, are we talking about calling people, going out to restaurants like this? What do we mean by networking?
Networking is connecting with people who are in a position to help and who want to help us. 2/3 or more of people get jobs through other people, through people they knew or people they met through their job search. 2/3 or more. I think it's or more. And that has not changed. Even with the advent of technology that has changed some of the pieces of job search, we will always find jobs through other people. And so you have to utilize your connections and educate your connections on what you want. So think about it this way. We know a lot of people, and we're closer to some people than others. And so think about concentric circles with yourself in the middle. And so we have those rungs of contacts. People we know through our volunteer activities, through our neighborhood, through work, through past employers, and through college, through our kids' activities, all the people we know. Many of those people are going to be in a position to help you. And so you always want to start with, if you think about that first rung around you, those are your A contacts. Always start with them. It's why we don't approach random strangers to network. People who know you are more likely to want to help you. And so we start with our A contacts, and then we share with them what it is we're looking to do. Remember we talked about more of, less of, never again? When you get some sort of clarity around what you want next in your career, you can't keep it up here.
Right.
You've got to get it out there to people who care about you.
They may lead you to the job, but you're also going to need these people when it's time to apply for that job. They're going to have to be the one to vouch for you, right?
Right. So let's say you see a job at a certain company that you're really interested in, and you realize that Joe down the street works there, or you go on LinkedIn and find out that you have a couple contacts there. You want to connect with those contacts, let them know that you're applying for this particular job, and see if they can help you maybe get a little extra look. Because if all you're doing is applying online, it's you and hundreds of other people. And so it's really hard to stand out. So we utilize our connections and our friends and our people who think highly of us, our fans, to help us move to the top of the pile in an organization. Some of those people may also be our references, should it come to that.
And I want to tell everybody too, Julie told me earlier, in Cincinnati, networking in person even may be more important than in other cities. So maybe more than 2/3 or 3/4.
Probably 3/4.
Yeah, okay. All right, so today's takeaway, all about networking. Don't let technology fool you. Who are your biggest fans? Ask that question and get clear on what you want. And next week, we're going to do the interview process. What do you need to know? Thanks for joining us.
Next week, as she just said there, Julie is going to talk about the interviewing process and interviewing to win.